Welcome to my videos and my blog. This time I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday on MLB 2025 playoff day 3. Where yesterday we played the WildCard games 3, the game 3 in this run. Where in the American where now we know the we know the teams that qualify to the divisional run, and now the divisional series are ready. So in the American League, in an easy game, the Detroit Tigers defeated the Cleveland Guardians 6-3 as a away team. They won the series 2-1, and with this victory, the Detroit Tigers won qualified to the divisional series in a back-to-back years, and they will face tomorrow the Seattle Mariners. And in the second game of the American League, in a great game, my favorite team, the New York Yankees, shoot down the Red Sox when they won the game 4-0, and the Yankees won the series 4-0. They qualified to the divisional series where they will face his divisional rival, the Toronto Blue Jays. And in the National Wildcard run, in the game 3, the Chicago Cubs didn't have any problem, defeated the San Diego Padres 3-1, and the Cubs won the series 2-1, and they advanced to the divisional run series where they will face the best team in the league, the Milwaukee Brewers. So let's start with the American Wildcard run game 3, the Cleveland Guardians 3, Detroit Tigers 6. Remember that each team won the one game. The Tigers won the first game, and the Guardians won the second game. To be honest, because the series was played in Cleveland, I thought that the Warriors were gonna to win this series, but because they have the home advantage. But the game was very close, where the Tigers started to win the game since the top of 3. But one inning later, in the bottom of the 4, the Guardians had tied the game. The game was very close because the game was tied. In the 6th inning, the Tigers scored another run, and they were leading the game 2-1. But the difference was only by 1 run difference, and the game was very close. But the big difference here was the top of the 7, where the Tigers scored four runs. The Guardians bullpen didn't make a job because they allowed for runs, and this was the difference to lose this game, because the difference, the Tigers had created an advantage of 5 runs in the top 7, that it was impossible for the Guardians to reduce that gap. In the bottom of the 8, the Guardians scored 2 runs, and they reduced the game to a 3-run difference. The Guardians still had another inning to try to score a 3 more runs and force the extra inning, but it was impossible because the Tigers bullpen played a tremendous game, and in the end the Tigers won the game 6-3, and they won the series. The best player for the Tigers were Wenzel Perez, that produced two runs, and the Dylan Dinger, that he produced one run and one home run. About the pitcher, the starting pitcher Jack Flaherty threw a 4.2 innings. He allowed 3 hits. He allowed 1 run, and he had 4 strikeouts. And about the bullpen, they did a job because they only allowed 3 runs, but the Tigers scored 6 runs, and they won the game. With this victory, who I told you in the beginning of the video, the Tigers qualified to the divisional series in a back-to-back years, and they will face the Seattle Mariners. And the second game of the American Wildcard run, game 3, my favorite team defeated the New York Yankees, defeated the Boston Red Sox 4-0. Remember that yesterday's video, I told you if the Yankees wanted to win this game, they needed to create a gap of 3 or 4 run difference to win this game, because if the game will be if the difference in the game will be between 1 to 2 run difference in the last 3 innings. The most probably is that the Red Sox were going to win this game. But about this game, the Yankees play a perfect game because the rookie pitcher, the Cam Litter, play a tremendous game because they dominate the Red Sox offenses because he threw 8 innings. He only allowed 5 hits and he had 12 strikeouts. Yeah, 12 strikeouts. He played a tremendous game and he led the team to the victory. Also, I think that something that affected the team, especially for the Red Sox, is that they made a lot of mistakes in the defense side because they allowed that the Yankees could win this game because in the difference was in the order of the four where the Yankees scored the 4 runs, but also there were 2 mistakes or 2 or 3 mistakes from the defense side that allowed that the Yankees could score the 4 runs, and that was the difference because since that when the Yankees had created the advantage of 4 runs, it was impossible for Red Sox to the Red Sox offense to score minimum a run because the Cam Slater, the Yankees pitcher, dominated the Red Sox and they won the game. In the end, the Yankees won the game and they won the series. They won the series 2-1 and they qualified to the divisional series. Now the Yankees will play against the Toronto Blue Jays, the best team in the American League. Also, this is the first time since in the last 3 series that the Yankees and Red Sox have played that the Yankees could defeat the Red Sox and advance to another series. And in the National League WildCard Run Game 3, the Chicago Cubs defeated the San Diego Padres 3-1. About this game, the Chicago Cubs dominate the Padres, where I expected a little more for the Padres. I'm not gonna lie. The Chicago Cubs started since the beginning playing a tremendous game where they scored to the first 2 runs in the bottom of the second, and that was enough to win that game because the Cubs bullpen dominated the Padres offenses. They didn't do anything until the top of night, but the Cubs created a 3-run difference, and that was enough. And the Cubs won the game 3-1. With this victory, the Cubs won the series 2-1 and they qualified to the divisional series. I think that this is the first time since 2016 or 2017, the year that they won the World Series, and they will face the best team in the league in the regular season, the Milwaukee Brewers. And for the Padres, I think that this is an exception because because the Padres were one of the favorite teams to minimum to arrive to the championship series. They didn't, and let's see if there won't be a lot of change in the off season because the Padres, in my opinion, have been one of the best teams in the last 3 years. So, what's next? Tomorrow, finally, we'll start the divisional series in the American National League. Tomorrow will be played the game 1 in each of the series. In the American Divisional Series, game 1, the first game will be where the Toronto Blue Jays will receive my favorite team, the New York Yankees. This game is going to be played there in Toronto, Canada, 16:00 Eastern Time. Remember that both teams finished with the same record, 94-68, I think so. But because the Blue Jays won the series against the Yankees, I think that and for that reason, the Blue Jays qualified directly to the divisional series, and the Yankees had to play against the Red Sox in the wildcard round. This is going to be an interesting series. Remember that a difference of the wildcard round, this series is to win the best of 3. So the team that wants to qualify to the championship series need to win the three games. So I think that this is going to be an interesting series. But I think that the Yankees are playing better than the Blue Jays. So I think that the Yankees are going to win this series in 5 games. And in the second series of the American League, the Seattle Mariners are gonna to receive the Detroit Tigers. This game is gonna to be played in Seattle, Washington, and 20:38 Eastern Time. The Mariners qualified for first. Sorry, they qualified. They clinched the American League West Division for first time since 2001, and they buy the wildcard run because they got the second best record in the American League, and the Detroit Tigers qualify in a back-to-back years to the playoff where they defeated his divisional rival Cleveland Guardians in the wildcard run. So this is going to be an interesting series. I think, in my opinion, that the Tigers are going to win this series because the Tigers, the last year they qualified to the playoffs. Now they have the experience, and remember that the Tigers were the best team in the regular season for more than 3 months. So it's going to be an interesting series, and because the Mariners had to buy 1 week, I think that this is going to affect the team. So I think that the Tigers are going to win this game in 5 games, 3-2. And in the National Divisional Series, Game 1, the first game will be where the Milwaukee Brewers are going to receive or play against the Chicago Cubs. The first game will be tomorrow at 14:08 Eastern Time. Remember that the Brewers were the best team in the league, and they clinched the first set in all the playoffs. So if the Brewers qualify to the World Series, all the playoffs are going to pass through our Milwaukee. So this is going to be interesting. And about the Chicago Cubs, they had to play the wild card run where they defeated the Padres in 3 games, and they advanced to the Divisional Series. This is the first time that the Chicago Cubs qualified to the playoffs since the 2016 or 17, where they won the World Series. It's going to be an interesting series, but to be honest, I see that the Brewers are a better team than the Cubs. So I think that the Brewers are going to win this series in 4 games, and they're going to advance to the Championship Series. And in the last series of the National Divisional run and the big series, in this run, the Philadelphia Phillies are going to receive the reigning champion team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. This game is going to be played Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and 18:38 Eastern Time. This is the best series so far, because these are, in my opinion, 2 of the best team in the league. The Phillies have been in the last 2-3 years one of the best team in the league, but unfortunately for them, they haven't won a World Series, unfortunately, yet. And about the Dodgers, they are the favorite team. Because they are the reigning champion team, and because they have Shohei Ohtani, and one of the best players in the league. I think that the Phillies are the favorites because they will have the home advantage. But to be honest, you can never bet against the champion team and against the Dodgers when you have Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freeman, and so on. So it's gonna be an interesting series. I think that the big difference, in my opinion, if the Dodgers want to win this series, they need to start attacking and to try to score as many runs in the first inning, because it looks like that the starting pitchers are one of the best. But the problem with the Dodgers is the bullpen. So I think if the Dodgers if the Dodgers don't get a big gap before the 6th inning, maybe 4 or 5 runs, the Dodgers bullpen is a mess, and I think that the Philadelphia Phillies offenses is gonna to take advantage, and they're gonna to lose that game. So tomorrow is gonna to the Dodgers starting pitcher is gonna to be Shohei Ohtani, so it's gonna to be interesting. So I think that this series is gonna to be defined in 5 games. And I can bet against the Dodgers, so I think that the Dodgers are going to win this series in 5 games, and they're going to qualify to the Championship Series. So here were my prediction. Here are the games that will be tomorrow. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comments, suggestions, you can write me in our social media platform. So see you next video. Gmail.